Right, Andrew, we're doing catch-up time.
And I've actually been fishing with you, Jay lad, haven't I, for once?
You came fishing. And
I just came to watch, folks, really. I've not, like, catch many fishes, but it's just one of them.
Baby steps. Thinking of, we'll talk about it in a minute, but the more I thought about it, that ain't a venue for you. It's too negative for you.
Yeah. We'll go on to that in a bit. I think we need to talk about how you did first, old Jay.
Anyway, let's talk about what it is. So we went to the 2-day on the flyer Riddings Winter Festival.
Yeah.
So he does 2, Gaz doesn't he? He does an April one and a November one.
Yeah, the April one looks mint.
It is. I can't believe how much the venue changes, you know, in stamp of fish. April.
Big brown skimmery bobs and loads of
brown ones. They just seem to shut down when it gets chilly on there.
Do you not get mired even more so with carp than...
You do, but you don't mind because you're catching £40 of flipping skimmers in April.
I suppose so.
It's weird how much it changes and the stamp just completely changes. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, that's what we were doing anyway. 2 days on the flyer, all 3 of us went. Richard come and play with us.
Go on, Richard.
Then he went and was the guinea pig on the Sunday, fished an open match on the Sunday.
Yep.
And drew on, what's it called? Is it Riddings Pool?
Riddings Match Pool.
I always call it Match Pool.
Riddings Pool.
The big lake,
27 he was on. The peg, the best peg in the whole complex, I've heard.
No, it's not. They do that the next day. But yeah, 27's just a bit set, but it's sound.
Yeah.
It was on the Riddings Pool, we're going to call it, the big lake. Yeah. And we were going to be on Riddings Lake and Folly Lake.
Folly Lake.
Don't like Folly Lake. We'll talk about that in a bit. And you'd won a match with £31, Richard? Been about steady, which is about right. And he caught tapping pellets, which we like doing on there. And he caught decent fish as well. He caught 2 to 6 ounce fish as the average stamp, which I don't mean it's a mega day's fishing.
That's what I had in my head, you know, when Richie's caught them, I thought, oh yeah, that's what we're going for. That'll be all right.
And me.
Obviously, we've got our worms in casters and maggots and the odd little bit of pinky and ground bait as a backup, but I just
tapping pellets was the day, wasn't it?
Pellets, haven't we?
Yeah. And a waggler. Oh no waggler is the plan, but we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that in a second.
So yeah, first day you and him have drawn.
Literally next to each other, folks. So I was on 23 and Richard was on 25 on the match pool.
Yours isn't. Set back, innit?
It is set back. So my 14.5 metre line was like where Richard's fishing his top kitten free.
Yeah.
It's
just
line.
a bit in the corner.
I don't know.
I'd have been happy 21 and 18 are good.
Yeah.
21 and 19 are good. Yours is when I looked at it, I was a bit, sorry. Some wally peg that did. But there was nothing else you put in it, that's going, didn't it? But anyway, you've drawn that one. Richard's drawn there.
Yeah, you've been on the other
lake. I've been on Folly Lake. Talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
And you've both tried to tap pellets.
Right, so I'm going to talk you through my match first. Started off 14.5 metres, just on my section, tapping in pellets, and it was great. Getting a bite of chuck for 2.5 hours. Was keeping up with Richard.
But it was them,
but they were so small, folks, honestly.
It's like an explode. They must be this year's, aren't they? You having that?
All I've had in my head, though, Jay, is obviously because you've fished it before, I've not fished it, is just take your brain out, Andrew, and just wade through him, just catch him. I'm like, I was doing, but then Jake King on peg, what was he on, Jay? 19, 18? He's catching like these from the start.
Was he?
Then Richard's gone back on his long line and he started catching the bigger one. I'm like, I've got to do something here, I'm falling behind.
Yeah.
Can't do anything. So then I've set Waggler up. Right, I know you're both going to laugh, and like Richard's like, what's he doing setting a Waggler up? Folks, you know what I'm like. It looked absolutely perfect for it.
I said to him on the phone the next day, because I've drawn the next peg the next day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it looks so fishy up there.
But all the time, Paul Ullen set Waggler up. He was on the M peg on the other side.
Yeah.
And he started on it. And it was flat calm, folks. No leaves whatsoever. I thought, them big bream, they're going to be out there off bottom, watching this bait down. It's going to be solid. I've had I could get a bite of chuck, but the roach were even smaller than the skimmers.
Were they all roach?
All roach, no skimmers, and I've hooked 4 carp on it as well. Which
all out there, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
I could see them fizzing, and I was like, yeah, it's solid.
I could feed my bait perfect, you know what I mean? I could get a nice grouping on the casters, but it was just horrendous. And then I've come back to like short swim with maggots, and that got carpy. I think I've had a couple of little roach on it. Then I've gone back out long, tried to make pellets work again. It was just, I just lost my way after that, folks.
That's exactly what you can't do on that lake. You just have to fish from start to finish in the same way.
Yeah.
It's not a lake you can catch up on, because in the winter, because then big fish don't feed. They just don't. I don't know why. They just 1 or 2 like pounders get caught, and that's it, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
It's weird. It's what I've learned after being there this time, yeah. It's a bit different last time we went. But yeah, this time it was just catch from the start to finish.
It was weird. I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it, because I got bites like pretty much all day, but it's just the wrong stamp.
Little fish, yeah.
Not for me, that, you know.
Tapping and sitting.
Yeah.
No. So first day was a dodgy one. I drew different. I drew Folly Lake, the carp soup lake. I don't like Folly Lake.
Yeah, but as a lake, if you were just going for
Mate.
a day's fishing, folks, on a lake like that.
It's amazing. It'd be the best day's fishing ever if
Oh
everything
my
counted.
days! Imagine me on there. I'd just lose it every fish that I caught.
Do you know what there is, like?
Goldfish and
There's like nothing has a species though. Every carp you catch, you're like, don't know what that is.
they are
They're
weird.
all
Aren't
weird.
They?
They're like
sort of like
cruciany, goldfishy.
Yeah,
They're
sort of
weird, aren't they?
Roach, crucian.
One has like a
carp
long
mix.
fin, and they're just like everything's an alien, and you're like,
Oh, it's so
wow.
good. So
But anyway, I got away with that. I fished pellets all day on there.
Yeah, you did all right.
Learnt loads on there. I fished pellets and waded through the carp just because I knew that's what you had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all it was about for me was feeding, but boring. You can't loose feed. The other thing for the 2 days was loose feed brought loads of fish into your bag both days. All of that.
Tiny. Those
Yeah.
that have done good, which we'll touch on in a bit, let you one line.
No
and
loose feed, was it?
Nope.
Worst thing you could possibly do was loose
Yeah,
feed.
yeah.
It just brought the wrong fish into your swim.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fished pellets both days. First day, two or three lines.
Yeah.
Ticked over, we had £26. Not enough though. Danny,
Not-
what's Danny's second
Danny
name?
Harding.
Danny Harding.
Yeah.
He's
done
fished the
awesome.
same next to me. I'm not going to say he's got lucky because that's wrong, but he's caught half a
Bigger.
dozen big stamps
Right. Okay.
just to get him a little bit further.
So you've ended up second in section the first day.
Second
I've
in
ended
section,
up.
yeah.
Jake King's won our section with a big £28. Richard was second with £20 and a few ounces.
Yeah.
There was a £16 next to me, to me left. I've had £14 to come fourth, so I got chip shopped.
Yeah,
got
but it's about
battered.
right for where you were though. Just anyway.
No, I thought he was going to say it's about right for you, Andrew.
Well,
Just say that as well,
I don't
Jake.
want to say that, but
It
yeah.
probably is.
So second day, who's won the section first day then? Jake King, Brandon, Lee Kerry,
Yeah.
and
Danny Harding. Yeah.
Danny Harding. So in bag second day. Obviously
Yeah.
we're swapping lakes, so you're going up on the carp soup lake.
So I drew peg 28.
Yeah.
Richard drew next to Richard again.
Cow poo. You.
I can smell it then, yeah. Yeah, it might be like the drains from the caravan zone. So I drew 28. Richard was on 30 and Brandon was on 31 on the Folly Lake. So little narrow end as you walk on.
Yeah.
And we had quite a few obstacles to fish through, didn't we, Richard? There's one or two leaves in our peg. I think we need to put.
Rich didn't have any in his, did he? Didn't you put a photo on? He had,
So this is the thing, like, what
moaned
really
all day,
confused
but-
me. He's not had any leaves in his peg at all. Just couldn't get my head around it, folks. Really.
you can't put that on. That's a bad swear word, that Richard. Every time he'd phone me, he was just like fuming with leaves.
Yeah. Didn't matter what I did, you know. I'd done like a really positive, heavy bomb down rig, get through the leaves. It's not. I'm not going to say I couldn't fish. I could fish, folks. It was like a bit awkward getting the pole off your rollers, but ship it up high, look for a little gap, and just plunk your rig through. But because I was fishing so positive, I didn't even see the blooming bites.
No.
Like every time I'd lift up, there'd be one on. Well, not every time.
Little
because
ditty
it'd be
skimmers again?
No, roach. I didn't really have many skimmers.
Yeah.
I've had 3 decent skimmers and then it was roach. I've had my goldfish. Everyone in the old complex heard about me catching the goldfish. And I'm not going to say I got mad with carp. I hooked 3 carp and 1 F1.
It wasn't a pain. There was just nothing
no.
there.
I've wanted to do something different to Rich, so I've started off on pellets, not had a bite after 15 minutes, so then I've changed it to like worm and caster, more my kind of fishing, but it just didn't work, folks. I was getting little tiny roach like that, and
Because you're trying to make something happen, that's what
Yeah.
you can't do there.
no.
Yeah, Brandon's won your section second day,
He's
hasn't
just
he?
literally
Young
just
Brandon.
potted it, fished it out. The last 90 minutes, I'm going to say, Richard Brandon was like, and he's
nice.
when he's on him, he's like
Was he
proper
good?
wallop. We're dying.
Was he?
Unship it on your top 4, badink, or he'd
lad.
net it.
Was
He was impressive. He was good.
Was
Nice
he?
to watch. Yeah.
Good lad. I didn't get to see Brandon fishing both days. He was on the other one. But yeah, he's definitely got that place.
Oh yeah.
Very, very much so. So he won your section.
Yep, he won it.
Jake King won his section on the
Jake
opposite
King won his
bank.
section on the opposite
So they
bank.
both had 2 wins. My match, bit different. Where'd I draw next to you? Next to where you'd been, 21, bit further round, bit of a
Yes.
better peg. Do you know what I was amazed at though there? And another reason why you didn't catch. I was amazed how shallow it was, Rich. It's 5
See,
foot long, wasn't it? Or do you have more?
I had more. I had like 6.5 foot.
I'd have just said yeah because I was sticking up for you there. I had 5.5 foot, that was it. Which I know opposite on the 9 to 13, they've got like 7.5 foot over there.
Oh right, okay.
So it's definitely, because I always thought it's in the bowl it'd be good.
Yeah.
But it's not because it,
Bit shallow.
shallow,
No,
but anyway.
I saw the depth, Jay. It was just bad angling on my part.
no, I'm
There
not
we
having
go.
that. I'm not having
Good.
that.
But yeah, you did all right, didn't you?
I did. I won section second day fishing worms. Never do that.
So, but obviously you've not started off on that, have you?
No, started on pellets.
Yeah.
Caught them. And an hour and a half in, I've got like £4 and I'm thinking,
Do you think that's where I went wrong then? Because I took worms with me, but obviously knowing what you two have said in the back of your head, I'm like, no, don't get them, Andrew, don't get them.
Yeah.
So I've left them in my bag.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've not done it.
We don't know it enough. I mean, we seem to get it right in April,
Yeah.
or we get it right when it's rock bottom and pellets are right, but It's unknown to me still, that lake. It's not. We're learning more, and it was great to fish something different.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up fishing worms in Thatcher's Dark and F1 Green.
Oh, lovely.
Like stodgy as,
Nice
but
mix,
like
that.
Des as is, like
Yeah.
full of worm.
Hardly anything to bind it together.
Just, because I still wanted it tight, but yeah, a lot of worm in it. And
little
you
baby
feed
worm
it.
head on the hook.
Oh, tiny
What
little
they
fat
called?
one.
What's it? A Henley P. That's what he calls it.
Yeah, one of them. But little tiny. But it's mad because you couldn't feed it and then catch off it. So I ended up having 2, and I'd feed it, and it'd be like 20 minutes before I went on it, and it was only that big.
Oh, right.
A
Okay.
little tiny diddy ball like that.
Yeah, boy.
20 minutes, go on it, and you catch 6 and 6 chucks, and they'd be that big.
Oh, so they'd be a bit bigger skimmers.
Yeah, and I had 6 and then 6, and it was just lovely last
Yeah,
2
you've
hours.
done it right, haven't you?
Yeah, ended up £21, which that one section, but no good for me. I ended up 4th because Danny Harding.
Yeah, foot.
No, I didn't have 2 wins.
No, there was, 3 on 2.
3 of them on 2 wins. Danny Harding had won the section opposite on peg 5.
He like, took everything, didn't he? He gone
Fair
almost
play,
some
he just
pennies.
won yeah,
Both
he won
matches
match
were
both days.
biggest weight.
Yeah.
Won the festival.
Yeah.
Fair
Took it
play.
out fishing, having the loveliest days ever, just fishing pellets as well, just short and long on pellets. But anyway,
Jake King's done the same as well, and he was
Jake fished
second.
pellets both days.
Yeah,
Has he?
yeah.
Fair play.
Oh,
Definitely right. It's just being on the right stamp to catch them, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that was a big thing, being on some bigger fish.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, lovely
so
one,
he's
wasn't it?
them first and second. Brandon was third.
Yes,
Obviously, Jay Ladd was
Danny
fourth.
won. Obviously, he's won the match both days. He's
Yeah.
won. Brandon just beat Jake, I'm going to say, by like nothing, by like £1.
Yeah, it was ounces, wasn't it? I had anything.
It was nothing. And then, yeah, Jake King was there, and we snuck in 4th.
Yeah.
All good.
Well done, Jay
But
Ladd.
it was lovely, wasn't it?
It was a learning. I didn't set Wagler up on the second day because I couldn't because of the leaves. Richard's had, so yeah, I didn't talk about the weights in my section. So I was actual last in my section, folks. I can't remember the last time I was last, probably the last match that I fished. I've had £8 and 8 ounces. Daddy Chapper's whooped me, I had £9.
Daddy Chapper's get
Daddy
you?
Chapper's whooped me.
Oh, no.
There was a £14, a £16. Lee Wright to my left had £13. Richard's had £10 on my right. And then Brandon's won our section with £21, something like that. So back to the drawing board.
But what did you see at the end of the thing?
Right, folks. So Jay on the Monday said, like, Andrew, there's a parakeet here somewhere. I'm like, what are you on about? Didn't he live in
could
cages?
hear it. I saw it.
Or
when I was
like in
pegging out.
London, you know what I mean? I'm like, no, there's not. And then I could hear it, this thing, Andrew, the parakeet's back. So like when they're doing the presentation, I'm off like wandering all over the place. And I actually saw it, folks. It was like mint for me. So not only did I catch me goldfish, saw a wild parakeet as well. That made it.
That's it.
Not bothered.
Completed.
Yeah, no, you can bolster fishing, don't care.
That's it. You've been drawing a parrot. That's actually a parakeet that you draw as well.
It is actually, yeah. I'm not going to call it a parrot anymore. It is a parakeet.
So yeah, there's our catch up. Craziness as always.
Yeah,
Go on.
frustrating, but like
Alright.
rewarding kind of thing, isn't it? When you're like not used to that style of
You
fishing.
can redeem yourself at Holbar next week.
Yes, more my style of fishing, that, folks.
Catch
So
a roach.
yeah, lots of feed rather than tappy pellets. I need to get that tappy pellet sorted. It's something I need to focus on. So help me out, boys.
We'll fix you. Come on, let's go.